Hi everyone. I just thought to come live to talk about, you know, an issue that has been, trending, and it's very worrisome. It's about the issue of a little boy that allegedly he was bullied by some of his schoolmates, and he was beaten, and the boy died, unfortunately. All of these are allegations. Nothing is proven, but like people say, in every situation or in every story, you would always find elements of truth. I'm very hopeful that this young boy finds justice, that his family finds justice. I'm very hopeful that these issues that have become, one too many, I'm hopeful that these issues would be we would have a society where these things are no longer the order of the day. It's terrible. I also heard recently there was a little girl, and these are teenagers. There was a little girl as well that was called from was in school, and the parents were called to come pick up the girl. They picked up the girl, and about 2 days after the girl passed away, they found a condom in the girl, and it had been there for like 2 weeks prior. So these things have been happening, and at different degrees. Sometimes some children come home and they tell parents, or someone said, I don't want to they don't want to play with me. Sometimes it comes in other ways. Maybe they say, someone took my notepad and didn't even ask. So it's in different degrees, and it's so worrisome. So I just decided to come online and just have a chat about this. Speak to as many parents as are able to join about this issue and this menace called bullying, and talk to us about how we can help as parents, how we can help the children when these issues arise, what we can potentially do. The situations vary, so we cannot say that for every situation it's a one size fits all solution, but just to generally talk about how we can help the children. Interestingly, these so-called bullies are also children of some parents. So the question again is, who are the parents raising these bullies? Who are the parents raising these bullies? Because every time we talk about bullies, it's more of, oh, they bully one child, they bully another child, but there are parents of these bullies as well. So how do you even spot these issues? Why is it that these children don't even talk when they are being bullied? I would like for us to just explore a lot of these topics, a lot of these areas on this particular topic, and hopefully we can take one or two things. We can also share, put down something in the comment section to help somebody who may be here dealing with this same issue. The unfortunate thing now is sometimes parents don't even know that their children are dealing with these issues of bullying. So we'll talk about why children find it difficult as well to talk about these issues, to express themselves when they are being bullied. But first, bullying can be in different ways, and I want to talk about that. One way is through it could be verbal. So maybe they are teasing your children, they are taunting them, they are saying things that are inappropriate to them. It could also be social bullying, and social bullying comes to fore when maybe someone says, you cannot play with us, we don't want to play with you. You don't have the same color as our, we don't have the same color of skin, or you're too quiet, you can't talk to us, or you're not cool, you cannot play in our circle, or it could be social, don't move close. Bullying could also present itself maybe in people in physical, maybe someone hitting your child or taking things that belong to your child or things like that. So it could be physical, it could be verbal, it could be social. A lot of times people notice if it's physical because maybe you might find scars on the child and it's easy for you to say, oh, how did that get on you? The most difficult, or the one that is usually shrouded in a lot of mystery is, well, one, if it's physical and you cannot see any signs, or if it's social and your child is not just saying anything, or it's verbal, your child is not saying anything, so you cannot see clearly, nothing is missing, and you cannot see signs on the child, but it still does not mean that the child is not undergoing some serious situations at school or maybe in any social gathering. Now, how do you know? How do you know that your child may be bullied at school? You may know if, like I said, something is missing, you see marks on your child, unexplained injuries. There are other ways that you can know, and these ones you have to use your parenting eyes to just see the issues and ask questions. Sometimes you might ask questions that are leading questions and say, oh, did someone do this to you, or did someone say something to you? Sometimes you can just ask open questions. Tell me what happened in school today. But the things you may see or notice are, maybe your child just becomes fearful, or your child is anxious, your child doesn't want to play with friends, your child doesn't have friends anymore. Maybe your child used to be someone that would talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 friends, but in recent times your child comes home and you find that the child is saying, oh, I don't have any friends, I don't have anyone to play with. When you ask, how was your day, did you play with anyone, and you hear that. Sometimes it could be that the child cannot just sleep. If your child tells you, I couldn't sleep, you just have to ask questions. What happened? Why were you not able to sleep? And one thing that I want to just make clear is that I do not sit here and say that maybe one parent did it right and another parent did the wrong thing or whatsoever. Now, what we're talking about is precautions, what we can do to help the situation. I'm a very strong believer in God, and having done everything, once you have done everything, we just put everything in the hands of God and hope that our children will not they will not find these, or they will not get into these extremely difficult situations. And if they do, just hoping that the best happens and they're able to come out of it. My heart goes out to the parents of the children that lost their lives. It's terrible. It's a painful situation. It's hurtful, and no one is. I mean, I do not sit here to say I'm a better parent or anyone is a better parent, but we need to just keep trying. We need to see how we can help these children to have better experiences at school, and how we can also have better experiences as their parents, or support them as their parents and get support as well as their parents. So you would find that children may present with all of those very quiet signs, and you just need to ask more questions. Now, if your kids begin to tell you that someone did something that was that looks to you like your child is being bullied, then you need to take action. First things first, when your kids are telling you things about school and things that happened at school, it's very important for you to just be calm and listen. So hear them out and try not to to react very quickly, because when a child is being bullied, a lot of times, and this is why sometimes these children don't like to tell, they are very embarrassed when they are being bullied. They feel victimized, they feel embarrassed, they don't want to share it, they don't want to tell you that, they don't want people to judge them. So it's important that when they tell you, you try to be calm as much as possible, you listen to them, you give them that support to say, you know what, we're in this together, don't worry. Praise them for even telling you. Praise them for even telling you. So don't just say, oh, he did that to you, he did that to you. If you do that, sometimes your children just pull back and they say, you know what, I don't want to talk about this because I think my parents will overreact, or they will blame me. They might even think that you would blame them with your reaction. Your reaction is not necessarily to condemn what they're doing, or to blame your kids, but they might interpret it that way. So it's important for you to just be calm and listen to them, find out exactly what happened, what someone said, what circumstance, and immediately you get your facts right. Let your child know that you're going to do something about it, and your child should not worry. You're going to do something about it, your child should not worry. And take immediate steps. Go to school. If it happened in school, go to school and ask questions. Find out from the teacher. That's the first thing you need to do. Find out from the teacher. Let the teacher know this happened. If depending on how it's being treated by the teacher, you may need to escalate to the principal or whoever is the head of the school. It's important for you to stand up for your child, but more importantly, we need to teach these children how to the strategies, how to react when they are being bullied. One of the ways that they should learn to react is to ignore. That's a very strong, it's a very strong way for them to react. Now, when bullies are ignored, they don't like it. But it's important that your children learn to ignore and walk away. Don't just ignore and stay there, but you need to ignore and walk away. They also need to learn to stand up for themselves, to speak up, to answer back and walk away. So you're not teaching them to answer back and stay there with the bully, but they say something and then they walk away. So for example, if the bullying is verbal, if the bullying is verbal and the bully is telling your child you are negative things, it's okay for your child to say, I am not so and so, and then walk away. I know that in schools, sometimes teachers get so overwhelmed that they say to the children, they try to teach them to deal with their situations themselves. So they don't want the children to always come back to report every single detail and all that. So that's one of the major reasons why you need to teach your child how to stand up for themselves and let them know the point at which they need to escalate. So if the person doesn't turn away, then go tell your teacher. That's so important. And whatever the case, whether the bully turns away or the bully does not turn away, you need to tell your children that anything that happens in school that makes you feel uncomfortable, you need to let me know. Anything that happens at school makes you feel uncomfortable, you need to let me know. That's so important. And it begs for a good relationship with the children. It begs for a relationship whereby your children know that you are their number one safe space. You are their number one safe space. They can always reach out to you. They can talk to you about the things that worry them, and they know that their parents will not, they will not be mad at them. Bullying can happen anywhere. It can happen anywhere. It can happen at school. It can even happen, you know, in where your friends, where maybe you just have a hangout with friends, people that these children have always played with. Recently, I was listening to a girl, a young girl under 10, and she was talking to another child, And I just heard her say, because she was talking to the other child, and the other child, she asked the other child to do something. That other child did not do what she asked the child to do. And you know, I just heard that little girl say, oh, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know why someone cannot even have power over you. I actually heard that. That was said. So when that is being said by a child, you know that certainly it's possible that that child is a bully, or that child is interacting with people who are bullies, or that child is listening to certain things, or maybe it could even be that that child just has this impression that, you know, it's okay to bully other people. It's okay to bully other people. It makes you have power. It makes you feel, it makes you have, you know, victims, people that you can lord over. It makes you, sometimes they even have a wrong impression of what leadership is. So they think that, you know, it's okay to lord over other people. So if you're a parent to that kind of child, it's very important to help that child, so that child does not become a menace in the society. There are so many things to say about this. There are so many things to say about this. We're talking about bullying, and this is the reason why we decided to talk about this, is because some issues happened in Africa, in Nigeria, where a child was said to have been bullied, and the child unfortunately passed away recently. So that's why we're talking about this, and that's in response to the person who asked the question. So very soon, and I just want to make this announcement, we will be having a parents forum, and it's going to be a closed parents forum. It's not going to be live on Instagram. It's going to be closed, and it's going to be we're going to share the Zoom link for parents who are interested, and it's just a forum where parents can support one another, and we can talk about these issues and how parents can help their children, how they can support their children, protect them in the best way possible from being bullied, and if they are being bullied, how to also support them to possibly get out of it. I'll be ending this live video in a few minutes. I decided to do the live video because a few people just asked that we talk about this issue that is ongoing. The video is going to be put up on the Light Hill Parenting handle, so other people who were unable to join because we didn't announce this can have the opportunity to join in. So if you have any questions, we're going to be ending this in about a minute. If you have any questions about bullying, or maybe your child is being bullied, or you think your child is being a bully, you can ask in about 1 to 2 minutes. And let me see. Okay, there's someone that wants to. So I'm going to take some live requests to join on video, and hopefully they're able to join in. I just accepted one.